You know how sometimes you look at a word for so long it starts to look weird? Well, that's kind of what we're doing today. We're going to go on this little journey that starts with just one single word in a dictionary. And trust me, what we find hiding in there, it might completely change how you see language itself. Okay, let's jump right in.
So it all starts with this one question. We look up words all the time, right? But what's actually hiding in there between the pronunciation and the definitions? Well, it turns out sometimes there's a clue to a whole other world hiding in plain sight.
Okay, so here's where our investigation really kicks off. We're looking at a page from the Simple English Wiktionary. The word is political. And at first glance, yeah, it looks pretty standard. But then you see it. There's this one sentence that just doesn't quite fit.
And boom, there it is, right at the top. It says, political is on the Basic English 850 list. Now that's not a definition, right? It's not a grammar note. It's something else. It's a label. And it's pointing to something way, way bigger.
And that's the question that just pops into your head, isn't it? The Basic English 850 list. What is that? It sounds so simple, but also kind of mysterious. What is this list? And why on earth is a word like political on it? Okay, let's figure this out.
So it turns out the Basic English 850 list isn't, well, it's not just a list. It's actually the blueprint for an entire language. A whole self-contained language hiding right there in the open.
Think about it like this. If you were going to build a bridge, you'd want to use the strongest, most essential parts, right? Well, that's pretty much the whole idea behind Basic English. It's all about stripping the language down to its absolute core, to create a tool that anyone, from anywhere, can use to connect with each other. And this is the magic number. It's not thousands of words. It's not tens of thousands, like what we use every day. It's just 850.
That's it. That's the entire core vocabulary. And the whole idea is that with just those 850 words, you can supposedly say, well, almost anything. It's this incredible exercise in powerful simplicity, but, how does that actually work?
So let's take a closer look by going back to our original clue, that word, political. It's the perfect case study. How can just one word out of only 850 still manage to pack in so much meaning?
Okay, first off, look at the definition. It's super simple and direct. It says something is political if it's related to politics. See what it's doing there? It's using another one of its own core words to define itself. It's like a closed loop. The whole system uses its own limited but powerful toolkit to explain everything. But wait, it gets even smarter. Because even here, there's another layer of simplicity. The word itself is broken down into smaller pieces. The root, politic, plus the ending, al. And this points to a really key idea. This language isn't just about memorizing words. It's about teaching you how to build meaning. And this part is just brilliant. The system doesn't just tell you what a word is, it also tells you what it isn't. By giving you the direct opposites, like apolitical, it makes the definition super sharp, and it gives you way more tools to express yourself without having to add a ton of new words to the list. It's really efficient.
So from that one single root word, you get this whole little family of related ideas. You get the person, a politician, the system, politics, how you do something, politically. You see? You're not really learning 4 different words, you're learning one core concept and all its different forms.
Okay, so here's the really important takeaway from all this. Basic English isn't dumbed down English, not at all. It's more like engineered English. It's a system, Every single piece has a job, and they all fit together so you can build really complex ideas from these simple parts.
Okay, so this is a really cool linguistic puzzle, right? But it makes you wonder, why? Why would anyone go to all this trouble? Why does this kind of radical simplicity even matter? What was the problem this was trying to solve? Well, funny enough, the answer is hiding right back where we started, on that same Wiktionary page.
Remember our first magic number 850? Well, get ready for another one, because hidden on that very same page is the number 51. Now, what in the world could that mean?
51. Just think about that for a second. That is how many different languages the entry for political is translated into. That's 51 different languages someone might be speaking when they land on this one page just trying to understand this one idea. We're talking Arabic, Vietnamese, Swahili, Japanese. Each one is its own entire universe of complexity.
And then, suddenly, the whole point of this becomes so clear. Basic English. It was designed to be that bridge, It's not trying to replace any of those 51 languages. Of course not. It's just trying to create a common ground, a shared foundation, where real communication, real understanding can actually begin.
It's this idea that when you have a simple, shared set of tools, you can build understanding. You can forge a connection where otherwise thousands of words and tricky grammar rules might just build a wall. It's a really powerful and honestly a pretty hopeful idea.
And that kind of brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. Think about your own biggest, most complex ideas, your passions, your beliefs. What would it take to boil them all down to their absolute essence? Do you think you could do it with only 850 words? It's something to think about for sure.